Hey guys, today I'm really excited to announce a readathon for You've Got Mail. It's kind of like a readathon based on You've Got Mail, and I have some really fun ideas. I think I really wanted to do this in the fall, so the readathon is going to be all month long in September. I wanted to announce it early because it might take some people some time to gather some books and things and find out exactly what they want to read. I'm leaving these prompts pretty open. You really only have to do one to participate. It's super simple, but Kathleen Kelly says, don't you just love the smell of New York in the fall? So I'm really excited about hosting this in the fall because that just seems like the perfect time to do it. And yeah, so I have a number of different prompts. What I'm going to be doing is having a blog post over on Hey Reader with all the prompt information, and then I was trying to think of like, should I do a bingo board? What should I do for this? And I thought, no, I'm just gonna give a bunch of prompts, and then because I've been doing a giveaway every month of the year, there's just gonna be a giveaway to go with it. So every time that you go over to the webpage and fill out that you did one of the prompts, you're entered to win a giveaway. And I think I'm just gonna do a $25 gift certificate for this giveaway, and then you can just spend that money on books maybe, or the You've Got Mail movie, something like that. I don't know. Okay, so I have a number of different prompts. I have like a few suggestions maybe of books to read for this prompt, some ideas of maybe what I will read for these. I'm not sure if I'm going to do them all either, but I just wanted a bunch of ideas. So like I said, the information will be on my website, but I won't have the option to enter the giveaway until September. So you can go all month long in September, fill in the ones that you've done, and then I'll do a giveaway or the draw at the end of, well, I guess it'll be the beginning of October once people have time to input all their entries. So there's gonna be a bunch of different things. The first one is going to be write an email to a friend, and I'm not just talking about like an everyday email, but something a little bit more out of the ordinary. This is obviously in honor of Kathleen and Joe Fox, and I can't even say her name without saying Kathleen Kelly because she's just that Kathleen, like you don't even have a middle last name like Joe, just call me Joe. I could quote this movie all day long and I won't. So write an email to a friend, something unexpected, something that you don't normally do. And then 2 is to write a actual physical letter to a friend, not an email. You know, envelopes, stamps, that kind of thing. I write my pen pals all the time and I really enjoy it, so that's gonna be another one. So some of these don't even involve reading actual books, but there are some book things. The next one is to read one of the shoe books. So I own Dancing Shoes, I think, and I just barely got this. I haven't even hauled it. It just arrived in the mail today. This is Skating Shoes, and you guys, let me just brag on this for a minute. I know it's not a book haul, but this is a like printed hardback kind of book, and it's got like kind of like a texture. I'm kind of obsessed with this cover, honestly. I love it. Skating Shoes. So yes, I think I've read Dancing Shoes, Skating Shoes. There's also Ballet Shoes. Maybe, is that the one I've read? Dancing Shoes and Ballet Shoes always confuse me. So read one of the shoe books. There's also Theater Shoes. So that's from when Kathleen is in the Fox books and she's crying and she's telling the guy that works at the bookstore, she's telling him how to spell his name and she's recommending a book to someone. Yes, the shoe books. The next one is, oh yeah, to read a book set in a bookstore or library. I've kind of been obsessed with this lately. I recently read Crime and Poetry. That is a magical bookshop mystery, and then I read The Last Bookshop in London. Actually, I'm gonna grab a book that I'll probably read for this prompt. So if I don't actually read this one in August, then I'm probably gonna read The Librarian Spy for this. This is by the author that wrote The Last Bookshop in London. So yeah, this is really high on my list. Another book that's on my to-haul pile that I haven't shared yet, but I'm excited about. So there's lots of different books set in libraries, bookstores, surrounding with books. Then my next one is read a Maud Hart Lovelace book. So she recommends one of the Betsy Tacy books to Joe Fox's aunt. Yes, Aunt Annabelle. And I thought about doing a specific, like you have to read a Betsy Tacy book, but Maud Hart Lovelace has actually quite a few books and I don't own any of them. And I'm not sure what I'll be able to get in from the library, so just any Maud Hart Lovelace book. I think I have one of them on my list of 50 books, 50 classics I want to read before I die. So I might try to get that one. Okay, and then we've got read a Jane Austen. So obviously Kathleen Kelly is obsessed with Pride and Prejudice. She's holding it with a red rose while she's waiting for her blind date, who she doesn't realize is Joe Fox. And yeah, so I thought about doing like specifically read Pride and Prejudice, but I just read that one in July. So I'm keeping it open to reading a Jane Austen book. And that is just in honor of her love for Pride and Prejudice. Then, because the whole movie is about their emails back and forth to each other, read a book that involves letters. It doesn't have to be a like solely epistolary novel. I'm thinking like, well, Guernsey Literary I think is solely epistolary, and so is 84 Charing Cross Road. Highly recommend both of those, but it could just be a book that has some letters in it, and I think I have some books that fulfill this prompt, but I don't remember which ones. So personally I need to look through and see. Oh, another one that would work that does have letters is All Manner of Things. Loved that book recently, so I would recommend that one if you're looking for a book to fulfill that prompt. Okay, then I went out of my comfort zone. Boy, did I ever go out of my comfort zone. I am putting on here read a rom-com. Now, I don't really ever read romantic comedies, but that is what the movie is, right? So it seemed fitting. And I found this one, I stumbled across this one, found it at the library. Waiting for Tom Hanks. So this is a rom-com, someone that I think dreams of becoming the next Nora Ephron, who wrote screenplays. So she wrote the screenplay for You've Got Mail and Sleepless in Seattle. And she's waiting for her next Tom Hanks. I actually think this one has more to do with Sleepless in Seattle than You've Got Mail, but whatever. So this is an option. I'm kind of curious about Book Lovers because it has those You've Got Mail vibes. And then there's also another one called Flat Share, where this man and woman share a one-room suite, I think, but one of them works nights and the other one works days, so they're never there. And so those are like 3 potential options for me. If I decide to do this prompt, I'm not sure I will, but it seemed like it should probably be on here. And then another one that is not actually reading a book is to share about the readathon on Instagram and then tag me. So you could share like a book that you're reading for your entire TBR, anything kind of related to the readathon, share that during September and tag me, and then you can get another entry into the giveaway. Then my next one is read a, like this is very kind of vague, read a Tom Hanks-ish book. So I thought like Waiting for Tom Hanks has his name in that, so that would work. But also Tom Hanks wrote some short stories, Uncommon Type. I have gotten this from the library a few times. Haven't really read it yet, but this is an option. And then I found out from, I think Gloria's, one of her most recent book hauls, possibly her most recent, that The Dutch House is actually narrated by Tom Hanks. And this happened to be in my little free library at the time, so I pulled it out. I don't even remember what this is about. I honestly don't think it's really up my alley, but because Tom Hanks narrates it, I'm definitely curious. So this one is a little bit more general. If you can find anything to do with Tom Hanks, then that counts for that prompt. And then the last way to enter into the giveaway, the last prompt on this list, is to watch You've Got Mail. Now, we're not going to be doing like, I know some people do watching together and all that. I quote the movie way too many times to do an online like watching the movie together. Plus I like to stop for snacks and stop for kid interruptions, so we're not going to do it that way. But figure out how to get your hands on You've Got Mail. I definitely own a copy, so that's what I'll be watching. And pick a nice little cozy autumn night to curl up and watch that. So there's quite a few prompts. Honestly, I probably won't do all of them myself. I don't really expect other people to, but I thought because there was a giveaway, I wanted to give lots of different options, and I wanted to pull in different aspects of the movie. So this is the first annual You've Got Mail readathon. I don't know if it will happen again. I like hosting a readathon each fall. The last 2 years I did the Hey Readerathon during the fall. This year it's going to be the You've Got Mail readathon, and who knows what next year's will be. leave some comments below if you have ideas for titles for the different prompts, because maybe I missed some really obvious ones, some really good ones. You guys can give me suggestions, give other people suggestions, and yeah, just let me know if you're interested in joining in on the readathon.